Hello friends. So we are first going to discuss today question A5, which is a missing figure question on sale value variances. After that we'll discuss in detail sale margin variances and try to do two questions of that which are applicable in this, which is A1 and A2 under sale margin variances. So first I am taking up is A5. Now in this A5, we are given two different products R and S. Two different products R and S. Some of the basic data is missing from the question. And you are given some variances. First variance given there, sales volume variance for product R. Only for product R. So distinctively for product R, sale volume variance to be applied. And for the company as a whole, sale mix variance is given. So for company as a whole, I need steps of sale mix variance, which is SV2 and SV3. So missing data, we are going to assume X and Y and accordingly do the calculations. I start with analysis of product R. Product R analysis. The variance given is sales volume variance. Sales volume variance of product R. SV2 of R minus SV4 of R. SV2 minus SV4 of R. Let budgeted sale quantity of product R be X. So SV2 of R is equal to actual quantity of R multiplied by standard selling price per unit of R. This is equal to 500 units is actual quantity multiplied by 12 per unit. This is rupees 6,000. Similarly, SV4 of R is equal to budgeted quantity of R multiplied by standard selling price per unit of R is equal to X multiplied by 12 is equal to 12X. So as per the formula, sales volume variance of R 1200 favorable positive is equal to 6000 minus 12X. Very simple equation. We can solve it. We will get the value of X here. So 12X is equal to 6000 minus 1200. 12X equal 4800. This implies X equal 400 units. So one of the missing figure has been computed. It is simple mathematical rule. Two missing figures, two equations, one missing figure, one equation. There are two missing figures, one more variance is given. From there I'll be able to get the second missing figure. So analysis of, now what I am doing, analysis of mix variance of company. It is not for a single product. Always start from a single product. We started from product R. From there we computed its budgeted units as 400 units. Now what is mix variance? sales mix variance SV2 minus SV3. SV2 not same as earlier because it is for the company as a whole. What is missing here? Here is missing quantity of S, actual quantity of S. Let actual sale units of product S be Y. I assume a different variable because X is already used. For product S, actual units, I am assuming it to be Y. Total actual sale quantity shall be 500 plus Y units. 500 units of R and Y units of S. Total actual sale quantity 500 plus Y. This is first substep for SV3. I am doing is SV3 first. Budgeted sale quantity ratio 400 ratio 400. For R we computed 400, for S it is given 400. So it is 400 ratio 400. This is 1 ratio 1. Standard sale mix quantity for R and S 500 plus Y into half, because it is 1 ratio 1, half and half will be multiplied there. This is standard sale mix quantity. 250 plus 0.5 Y. 250 plus 0.5 Y. This is to be multiplied with standard selling price per unit. Multiplied by 12 and multiplied by 15. Once I multiply and add, I will get the total SV3. So what I am getting? 250 into 12. This is 3000 plus 6Y. This is for R. And 250 into 15. 3750 plus 7.5Y. This is for S. Once I aggregate 6750 plus 13.5Y. This is SV3. Similarly, SV2. You must keep on writing the header of the step that I have not written, but you should be writing them. For example, in SV3, I should be writing there standard value of actual sale quantity if it were in standard proportion. And SV2 I will be writing standard value of actual sale quantity. So this is there for product R. Actual sale quantity 500 multiplied by 12 plus Y multiplied by 15. 6000 plus 15Y is this SV2. Sales mix variance equal SV2 minus SV3. It is given 450 favorable, positive 450 is equal to 6000 plus 15Y minus 6750 plus 13.5y. When we open bracket, it will become minus. Minus 750 plus 1.5y is equal to 450. 1200 is equal to 1.5y. Y is 800 units. Y is 800 units. Having got basic data here, I can compute all the variances which are wanted by the question. So I will compute for product R also, for product S also, for company as a whole also, sale price variance and volume variance. So I am computing all the steps here. For product R, for product S and total. I want SV1, SV2, SV4. SV3 not required because question is wanting only price and volume variance. So very simple. SV1 500 into 15, 7500. 7500. Then actual quantity of sale for Y I computed. For product S I computed 800 multiplied by actual price 20, 16,000. Total 22,500. SV2 500 into 12, 6,000. 800 into 15, 12,000. Total 18,000. This was 23,500, 16 and 7,500, 23,500. SV4 400 into 12, 4,800. 400 into 15, 6,000, 10,800. Now SPV and SVV. SV1 minus SV2, SV2 minus SV4. Product wise also, total also we can compute and verify there. 1 minus 2, 1,500 favorable, 4,000 favorable, 5,500 favorable. Volume 1,200 favorable, 6,000 favorable, 7,200 favorable. These are all the answers wanted there. If question wanted, I would have computed mixed variance also. It is not wanted, so I am just computing this. So this is complete missing figure question, question number A5. Now I move forward to next category of variances. I want to get into concept now. This is sales margin variances. How many steps does this carry? It carries same 4 steps. And they are all similar, let me tell you. Nothing difficult. First step totally actual, second little bit standard, third step little more standard, last step maximum possible standardization at busted level. But instead of selling price, we are going to use concept of margin. Sale value variances told me impact on sales revenue. Sale margin variances will tell me impact on profits. First category told me impact on turnover. This is going to tell me impact on profits. There are two terms which are going to be used. You need to be conversant with these two terms. If you understand these two, everything is very easy. So two terms I am writing there, very important to understand. Budgeted margin per unit, also called standard margin per unit, and actual margin per unit. Now this margin per unit will replace selling price per unit. Everything else is same. All four steps are same. Instead of selling price, there will be margins. You can easily guess meaning of busted margin per unit. Very simple. Budgeted selling price per unit minus budgeted cost per unit. So in order to apply margin variances, I surely want busted cost per unit. Instead of busted, word standard can always be written, or standard, or standard. Now this is easily guessable. What you can never guess is meaning of actual margin per unit. Normally students say, sir, very simple, actual profit per unit. That is wrong. No, it is not actual profit per unit. It is minus budgeted cost per unit. Now, most important thing is this. I don't have to deduct actual cost per unit. I have to deduct budgeted cost per unit always. Why it is so? You will get much more detail in interpretation of variances. We don't want to put all the cost variances in this category. That's why we are considering all at busted cost only. Busted cost compared with the actual selling price gives me actual margin per unit. So, most important learning point is this, that in actual margin we are using this. If you can recall this much, things are very easy. So in any question of margin variances, first compute busted margin per unit, then compute actual margin per unit for each product, and then apply the 4 steps again. 4 steps table, they are quite similar to sale value variances, nothing much difficult. So I am getting on to step by step. First step, SM1, actual margin on actual quantity sold. How do I compute it? Actual quantity multiplied by actual margin per unit, sigma, total of all. Compute for every product separately, then add, you get actual margin on actual quantity sold. SM2, standard margin on actual quantity sold. Standard margin on actual quantity sold. Aggregate of actual quantity multiplied by standard or busted margin per unit. In first step only actual margin per unit is used. In every next step busted margin per unit or standard margin per unit is used. SM3. Standard margin on actual quantity sold if it were in standard proportion. If it were in standard proportion. Same sub-steps as we applied earlier. Compute total actual quantity sold. Number 2, determine budgeted quantity ratio. Number 3, compute standard mix quantity of each product by putting 1 in 2. Total actual quantity put in busted quantity ratio, you get standard mix quantity. Multiply standard mix quantity with respective budgeted margin per unit of each product. So this step SM3 equals sigma of standard mix quantity multiplied by standard margin per unit. Instead of selling price, there is margin. They are exactly same practice of what you have done earlier. Even standard mix quantity will not be different than what you computed in value variances. So you have to simply keep on computing this. SM4. Budgeted margin on budgeted sale quantity. Very simple. Sigma of budgeted sale quantity multiplied by standard margin per unit. So very simple things that you have done under value variances also. This is similar, only thing is instead of selling price there is margin. So I get in the end table of variances. It looks like similar to what you have got earlier. Instead of word value, there is word margin. No other difference at all. Instead of SV steps, there are SM steps. No difference at all. So on the top, total sales margin variance. SM1 minus SM4. Under this, there are two. You're first having sale margin price variance. This is SM1 minus SM2. Positive, favorable, negative, unfavorable or adverse. Right hand side, sales margin, volume variance. SM2 minus SM4. Sales margin, mix variance. SM2 minus SM3. Sales margin, quantity variance. SM3 minus SM4. This is the table and you can check it is quite similar to what you have done under the category of value variances. Only word margin is coming. So one important point to remember. I can prove it also, but remember always SVPV is equal to SMPV always. I am not proving it here, but you can certainly mathematically prove it also. I can do it later. But remember, price variance under value category and margin category is always same. All other variances will be different, but this is a self check. While you are doing in the exam, if you are asked both value and margin variances, price variance will be exactly same in margin and value category. So that is one hint that you can always remember. This is a point to recall, and we will do it in A1 and A2. You can check with what you have already computed. So let us go on to questions here. Question A1. Part B or part 2 I can call. So first what I do, in a working note, I calculate margins. Computation of actual margin per unit. This is actual price per unit minus standard cost per unit for product A and B. For product A, actual selling price 4. For product B, actual selling price 8. Budgeted cost per unit are given. Actual costs are given not for this purpose. They are given to confuse you. You are not going to use actual cost at all. In cost variance you can use. That will come in later question, later on, we will not be doing today. So I need only standard selling price. Standard selling price is 3 and 4. So 1 and 4. That is what I am getting. 4 minus 3, 8 minus 4. Actual cost irrelevant. Working note 2. Computation of standard margin per unit for A and B. Standard price per unit minus standard cost per unit. 6 and 5 are budgeted selling prices. Minus 3, minus 4. This is 3, this is 1. So this is what I am getting. Now I apply step by step. SM1. Actual margin on actual quantity sold. 1 and 4 is per unit margin. Actual quantity sold 600 into 1 plus 750 into 4. 600 plus 3000. 3600. SM2. Standard margin on actual quantity sold. 600 into 3, 750 into 1. 2550. SM3. Standard margin on actual quantity sold if it were in standard proportion. So same old steps, sub steps. Total actual quantity sold. 600 plus 750, 1350. Budgeted quantity ratio 5:8. Standard mix quantity for A and B 1350 into 5 by 13, 1350 into 8 by 13. This is what you have done earlier also. Multiplied by standard margin per unit. Multiplied by standard margin per unit, which will be 3 and 1. 1350 into 5 by 13. This is 519.23 dash 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 multiplied by 3. I'm getting is 1557.69. 1350 into 8. 1350 into 8 divided by 13. 830.76 dash 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 into 1. 830.77 plus 1557.69. 2388.46. This is what I am getting. SM3. SM4. Same way. Budgeted margin on budgeted sale quantity. So this is very simple. Budgeted sale quantity 500 and 800. 500 into 3 plus 800 into 1. 1500 plus 800. That is 2300. That is 2300. Now based on this, I create the table. Total sale margin variance. SM1 minus SM4. This is 3600 minus 2300. 1300 favorable. Under this, there is a counter check here. Sale mix price variance and sale mix volume variance. SM1 minus SM2. This has to tally with sale value price variance that we computed the other day. SM2 minus SM4. SM2 was how much? 2550. 2550. 3600 minus 2550. This is equal to 1050 favorable. You can check that day also we computed same price variance, 1050 favorable. Here 2550 minus 2300, 250 favorable. Students keep asking what does it indicate. You will understand in interpretation lecture in the end. At the moment just keep computing along with me. It's sale margin, not mix. This is wrongly written here. Sale margin price variance, sale margin volume variance. Under this, sale margin, mix variance, sale margin, quantity variance. SM2 minus SM3, SM3 minus SM4. SM2 minus SM3, 2550 minus SM3 we computed 2388.46. 2550 minus this 161.54 favorable. Similarly 2388.46 minus 2300, 88.46 favorable. That is a complete question A1 part 2, part B, whatever you call it. It is based on profit, the variances have been computed. Last question for this category, sale category, is A2. A2 based on margin variances. A3, A4 cannot be done for margin because cost information is not there. Even otherwise they have not asked for margin variances. So last question. Question A2 part B or part 2, whatever you call it. In this he is asking cost variance also, that you can do later on after doing cost variances. So I am reaching here. First working note. Computation of actual margin per unit. Actual selling price per unit minus standard cost per unit. You are surely given actual cost but will not be used here at all. So actual selling price 19, 13, 15. Standard cost per unit 16, 10 and 13. 16, 10 and 13. This is 3, 3, 2. Working note 2. Computation of standard margin per unit for ABC. Standard selling price per unit minus standard cost per unit. Standard selling price 20, 12, 16 minus 16, 10 and 13. 4, 2, 3. 4, 2 and 3. SM1. Actual margin on actual quantity sold. Actual margin on actual quantity sold. Actual quantity sold 650. You're having margin of 3. There is 3900, margin of 3 again, and 1950, margin of 2. 650 into 3, 1950, plus 3900 into 3, 11700, 1950 into 2, 3900. I hope you are getting is 17,550. SM2. Standard margin on actual quantity sold. Only rates will change. 650 into 4, 3900 into 2, 1950 into 3. 650 into 4, 2600. 3900 into 2, 7800. 1950 into 3, 5850. I hope I am getting 16,250. Now SM3. Standard margin on actual quantity sold if it were in standard proportion. Same sub-steps as we did earlier. Standard sale mix quantity will be same as we computed there. Total actual quantity is 650, 3900 and 1950. $6,500. Put in budgeted quantity ratio 1280 ratio 3200 ratio 1950. Standard mix quantity of A, B, C 1300 3250 1950 multiplied by standard margin per unit 423. 1300 into 4, 5200. 3250 into 2, 6500. 1950 into 3, 5850. So I am getting total 17550. 17550. Last step. Budgeted margin on budgeted quantity sold. What I am given, busted quantity is given there. 1280 into 4, 3200 into 2, 1920 into 3. 1280 into 4, 5120 plus 6400, 1920 into 3, 5760. The aggregate 17280. I've computed all the steps. Last table for the day. Total sale margin variance. SM1 minus SM4. SM1 17550 minus 17280. 270 favorable. Favorable is first variance under this. Then sales margin price variance. This is verifiable from what we did earlier. SM1 minus SM2. SM1 17550 minus SM2 16250. This is 1300 favorable. 1300 favorable. We can verify that day also we computed price variance 1300 favorable. Sales margin volume variance. SM2 minus SM4. SM2 minus SM4. 16250 minus 17280. 16250 minus 16250 minus 17280. This is 1030 adverse or unfavorable. These cannot be verified. Only price variance is same. Rest of all are going to be different. You can verify from given answers only. This is the correct one. Then under this there are two. Sales margin mix variance. Sales margin quantity variance. SM2 minus SM3. SM3 minus SM4. SM3 was 17550. 17550. SM2 was 16250. So once I calculate 16250 minus 17550, I'm getting 1300 adverse. If I get negative, it is adverse. If I get positive, it is favorable. SM3 minus SM4 17550 minus 17280. 17550 minus 17280. I'm getting 270 favorable. So 1300 adverse along with 270 favorable. That is the ultimate answer of this question. That is complete margin variances. Any number of questions will be of same type. You can do any number of questions in your practice for same concepts. In next class, we'll be starting with the next category of variances.